Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy, your independent Scentsy consultant with Happily Scented Life, and I'm back today with my What I've Been Warming Scentsy edition. I got through some stuff. So this is probably about like 12-ish days worth of warming, and I did have a few days at my mother's that I was visiting that I warmed some things over there, so you might see some scents that normally you don't see on my channel, so we'll be able to talk about those. All right, let's go right into it. We've got a Counter Clean in Johnny Appleseed. I'm really liking the Johnny Appleseed in the cleaning line. I used to only buy the all-purpose concentrate when it was available. Don't get me started on that. And then the dish soap, but I really been enjoying the Counter Clean, and I've been choosing it a lot more like in my party rewards when I used to be able to get the 3-pack of Counter Clean, because there really isn't many cleaning options that are left in the catalog that I really thoroughly enjoy. Like I do like the Banana Leaf and Bamboo. I love the Johnny Appleseed. They killed Scarlet Sunflower, which that was enjoyable. And then the other ones I could kind of like, you know, take or leave. But Counter Clean and Johnny Appleseed is always a winner for me. I do have some pods. So we started off with Dark Harbor. I actually started these in my car, and then after like 3 days I was over smelling this in my car, only because in the pod formulation, for some reason, the lime note that's in Dark Harbor reads cucumber in the pods. I'm not sure why, and it's not even a nice cucumber like in Cucumber and Cactus Water or like Sunburst Bamboo. No, this is just like pure English cucumbers, like just freshly chopped with some vinegar. Like, no. So I ended up putting them in my son's room, and they kind of went like maybe like a week, and then you couldn't smell it anymore. So now he has in his room Snowflakes and Sage, which, if you were not aware, Snowflakes and Sage is retiring at the end of March. So you have until March 31st to get all of your Snowflake and Sage products. I think there's still room spray, scent circles, pods, and wax bars in this fragrance. But then you also have the option to club the bar in wax in your club before the end of the month. So I am clubbing the fragrance because I have been enjoying it. So this was a good pod. It was strong for like 3 days, and then it died. It disappeared. Houdini, don't know what happened to it. So if you want a pod that you only need for like a short duration, but you want your house to really smell like the scent, then Snowflakes and Sage is a good one for that. But if you're looking for a longevity pod, I would not choose this one, especially if you're looking for like one that's going to be like 4 or more days. So, but I'm glad to try it, glad to get it out of my stash. There we go. All right, I worked on some bricks. So worked on my sea salt and avocado brick. This one is, I mean, it's been through some things. It's got trauma. I mean, I've had it a while. I think I even ended up using 2 cubes, but I love sea salt and avocado. You can only get this through Scentsy Club in a brick option. That is the only way to get this scent currently. I really haven't seen it in other things. Like I haven't seen it in like mystery bundles or upcoming LTOs or Bring Back My Bar, which it should be available for Bring Back My Bar. I'm pretty sure they retired this. The last catalog that it was in, I think, was spring of 2022. So it's definitely been more than 2 years since its retirement, but I wonder if it's because it's an available fragrance in club, that's why it's not on the voting list. But it's Valencia Orange, it's Himalayan Pink Salt, it's creamy avocado and vanilla. It's like the perfect greenery bar. Absolutely love it. It is strong. It's a decent 24-hour, if not longer, type of scent, but I enjoy it very, very muchly. Okay, another one that's really good and powerful is Coconut Lemongrass. This is my favorite scent of all time by Scentsy. It's simple, it's coconut, and it's lemongrass. And sometimes the simple scents are all that you need. You do have to like lemongrass though in order to enjoy this fragrance, because that is the most dominant note. My mom actually gifted me this brick because she's really not digging coconut lemongrass anymore. And this brick is old. I mean, she probably got this like in 21 or 22. Hence, it's been through some things. So I did work on that one day after like a deep clean reset. I just put it all in my warmers and called it a day. This one I wanted to revisit because it is in my club. Not that it's on the chopping block or anything like that. I just wanted to see if I still liked it because it had been a while since I warmed it. And that was cucumber and cactus water. This was a spring brick option in 2023. So this brick's old. Why they're not doing another LTO like that is beyond me, because I mean, we like our bricks. But this one, it's very heavy on the florals. It comes off as like a soapy note, like shampoo, like herbal essence almost. But I love it. I love the cucumber in it. I love the cactus water. I like the florals. It could give someone a headache if you were prone to headaches with florals. But I thoroughly enjoy this one, and it's like super great to have in the bathrooms or bedrooms. So yeah. All right. These are some of the single off scents that I did. So we did finish up the Isle of Clover bar, which this is another one that's going to be leaving at the end of March, which is crazy to think because it is the St. Patrick's Day collection bar, but it is a short-lived collection. That usually tends to happen with like the shorter LTOs, like the ones that are just like a holiday specific, like Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, St. Patrick's Day. They're usually only around for like 60 days or less. I really like Isle of Clover. It is super strong. You don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. I love the apple in here. I love that the clover kind of gives it a little bit of a floral tone. And then the green grass in here. Oh, if you love green grass scents, this is good. And the apple just sweetens it up. Awesome performer. I did throw this in my club, so I will be clubbing this. I'm not sure if I'll club it like for the long haul because I do have farmer's market and I do have sea salt and avocado, so I've got a little bit of a variety of green scents, but we'll see how it goes. I also did snowflakes and sage because this is going away at the end of the month, so I wanted to try the wax and see if I still loved it. And I still do. The icy lavender and the sage, it is just like a quintessential like winter scent, just to get you in like that comfy, cozy vibe. I'm really digging sage and wax. Like, it's like my new thing. I think it's always been a thing for me, but it's just so good. So I am going to club that. Again, not sure if it's going to be for the long haul or not, because if I'm Snow Over It ever came back, like, and bring back my bar or LTO or anything like that, I would club I'm Snow Over It over Snowflakes and Sage, because I'm Snow Over It is like my favorite winter sage bar. I know a lot of people will say like Huckleberry Sage is like their favorite winter sage bar, but for me it's I'm Snow Over It. All right, at my mother's, I'll pull out the ones that we did at my mom's so I can go over those. Now, my mom's house, she has a lot of rooms that are isolated from each other. Like, almost every single room is that way. So she can get through a lot of scents in her house. And we kind of just went through her stash, picked out ones that had like 1, 2, or 3 cubes left, and then did them. Okay, these are, nope, I think that was it. Yeah, the rest are what I did at my house. Okay. All right, so this one is available. So I'm actually talking about something that's available. Pinkberry and Sandalwood. So I chose this because she had a partial bar, and I'm like, okay, I haven't warmed this since it came out last spring and summer as a new release. So do you like this even? Has it had time to cure? Has it changed its profile? And I will have to say that the berry notes did get stronger over time, and the sandalwood did as well. It is a very pretty scent. It is on the lighter side. I would say medium to like light. It's like hovering in between those lines. But I would compare it to like scents that you would, like a cozy cardigan. Like, this is the summer version of a cozy cardigan to me, because It is on that lighter side. It's got some berries, but the sandalwood really like brings like some bouginess to it. Is it an Amy scent? No, but I didn't mind it, and I think time did do this bar justice, and I know a lot of people do like the pinkberry sandalwood. So I was happy to revisit that, but it's not something for me. Okay. What is something for me is Pretty in Plaid. I know people hate this bar. I know there is a severe hate for this bar, but honestly, you guys, I love Pretty in Plaid. I did pick up a brick from my mom because she has like 9 of these very old bars that we got off of D-Stash, and they are so sweaty and juicy. I mean, look at that. This is like dark Christmas tree. So think like fir, think balsam with cranberries and like fresh air. Oh my gosh. I love this thing. It's a good performer. It's super strong. Like, you don't need a lot. You do not need a lot. So if you picked up those bricks, I would definitely warm the heck out of them next winter, because this sweats after a while. Homestead Holiday. I love Homestead Holiday. This one's actually in my club. This is what I call an Amish homesteader, like, it's an Amish general store during the Christmas time. It's got blood orange. It has cinnamon sticks, fir needles. Oh my gosh, it's just so good. It just feels like home. That's what it smells like. Summer Sipping. She had like 1 cube of this left in what I had given her for the Bring Back My Bar, because this was the most recent Bring Back My Bar. This is just raspberry lemonade. It's like Crystal Light drink mix raspberry lemonade. It's not a horrible scent. It's like one of those fun niche scents that if you're just in the mood for like lemonade, grab this. But it didn't last the longest, like 4-6 hours at best. Candy Cane Wishes. Now, I had got this in a D-Stash. I warmed half the bar, gave my mom the other half, and we finished it off. She is in love with Candy Cane Wishes. She said this is pure peppermint. She said it's better than perfect peppermint because this is a peppermint candy cane. And I agree with her. It is definitely an authentic peppermint candy cane. Now, this bar was extremely old. It's a flat bottom, so I didn't get like the best performance on like strength and longevity, but I think age might have to do with that. So I'm wondering how strong a fresh pour of this would be. But if this ever came back, I would totally stock up on it. I wouldn't kick Peppermint Rush out of my club for it, but if you're looking for an authentic candy cane scent, then this is definitely it. Blackcurrant and Plum. Well, we revisit this. This was on my mom's list to rewarm to determine if she wanted to keep it in her club or not. She took it out of her club. I don't like currant. That's my problem. I don't like currant in scent, and if there is a currant in a blend, it has to be extremely blended with all the other things to mask the currant. Because to my nose, all I picked up was black currant. My mom got everything else out of the bar, but she has so many bars of this like similar profile that performed better that she chose to kick this out. But it is like a summer to fall transition fruity scent. So this isn't one to warm like in the fall, like deep into the fall, because there's no spice to this bar or anything like that. It's just pure fruitiness. But it's like not bright and juicy fruity. It's like subdued fruity. So that's Blackcurrant and Plum, but that one's retired. You can't get that anymore. I'm so sad that they kicked this out of the catalog. I really thought it would have gone another season, but Whipped Vanilla Lavender, there's just something about this bar, and I think it's like the smoky dustiness that's in here. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. You get definitely get the English lavender for sure. But it's not too herbal and it's not too sweet. It's like right in the middle, perfect. And then the vanilla tones really cream this out. And I also get coconut. And then, like I said, I get like a smokiness that kind of almost reads dusty perfume too. It was a beautiful Mother's Day bar. They had whipped vanilla lavender like in everything. Body cream. What else did they have it in? I think it was in not sugar scrub, Scentsy soak. They had it in pods. They had it in a whole bunch of stuff. I really like this. It's not my favorite lavender, but I will enjoy warming this. And I think my mom still has this in her club, I think. Angel 624. This was just a very old one that we kind of just wrapped up in a bedroom. It just smells like cotton candy to me. It smells like pink Starburst and it smells like cotton candy. It's just like a kid scent. So if you like those cotton candy, pink Starburst, fruity scents, then you'll like that one. Watermelon Tangerine. This one is available. You can get this currently in our spring and summer catalog. We revisited it because it's been a while since I warmed Watermelon Tangerine. Now this bar has been sitting for a while. I think it's been sitting since last year. I get more greenery palm dewiness in this bar after it's been sitting for a while than I do the watermelon and the tangerine, which is odd because I always remembered getting a lot of watermelon and tangerine and always wondering where that dewy green note was. So for me, in my nose, it picks up later after it's been sitting for a while. I mean, it's a bestseller and in the catalog for a reason. I mean, you need a watermelon scent, in my opinion, to round out a summer catalog. Is it their best watermelon scent? No. Watermelon mint, hands down, is. But there is a following to this one. But it's not for me. Here's a scent that goes south with age, and that's Bamboo Yuzu. So this was an old Bring Back My Bar. I want to say either 22 or 23 it had came back. So this one, as it aged, got very sour. Very sour. It was not pleasant. It was not pleasant. You definitely get the bamboo. And the bamboo is very similar to like the bamboo note that's in Bamboo and Rainfall. I would have to say this is like a cousin to Bamboo and Rainfall. But Bamboo Yuzu has that yuzu fruit in it, which makes it a little bit more tropical fruitiness. And I think that might be where the sour note is kind of coming out. But this was not pleasant in the warmers. I do remember enjoying it like a fresh pour when that first came out as Bring Back My Bar, but it wasn't a favorite of mine. But now it's just like, yeah, no. Spiced apple chestnut. This was so enjoyable. We got hit with a whole bunch of snow here in Maine, so it turned back into winter like real fast. So we pulled out a lot of a lot of fall and winter scents. This one is so old. It was in a Scent of the Season collection. This is so good, you guys. I hope at some point we can get spiced apple chestnut back. The spices in here are perfect. They're not too spicy. It's not clove, nothing like that. It's like the perfect combination of sweet spices with the mulled apple and then roasty toasty chestnut. Oh my gosh, it is so good, and it's a really great performer, like solid 24 hours. Spiced eggnog. So this is my mom's favorite eggnog scent. I don't typically like spiced eggnog. It's too clove heavy for my nose, and I like spice. I didn't mind the eggnog, the straight eggnog scent that we just had last winter. That one was really nice. It reminded me of Bailey's Irish cream, Bailey's rum, whatever you want to call it. This one is more spicy, so this has a kick to it. And age definitely did this bar some justice. It was stronger than what I remember, so that was enjoyable to at least try it again. Dazzle Darling. So this was from the Glamorous You collection, I think back like in 21. My mom has so many of these things. It's like you can see the pool of oil. I'm not even gonna try to, because I don't want another mishap with my shirt again, like in that last video. I get Christmas Tree with Dazzle Darling, and I know the scent notes say nothing to that nature, but I get Christmas Tree. It was all right, not for me. but my mom enjoys it. Sugared strawberry. Sadly, they retired this one. This one has sugars and sugared strawberries and lemon. I actually enjoyed it this time around. Now, I don't care for any of the other strawberry scents that are in the catalog currently. Like, I didn't like Strawberry Bliss from the Easter collection that they put in the catalog. I'm actually digging this now that it's retired. I hate when that happens. But this is a good mixer of a scent. I have mixed this with quite a few different things. But that's sugared strawberry. And then the last one that we had warmed at my mom's when we were visiting was Perfectly Cute. I think this was from a Valentine's Day collection. I'm pretty sure. And notoriously for Valentine's Day collections, this did run light. It's like a perfumey pear is what it smelled like. All right. Now we're getting into what I warmed at. Well, I warmed those. I was at my mom's when they were warming. But this is what we warmed at my house. Okay. Told you guys I'm warming what I love. White tea and cactus. I'm hoping that we can get this back. I'm almost positive this will come back because before they made all the rules with Bring Back My Bar, white tea and cactus came back like every other year. So I think the minute that it's up for voting, I think it will come back. The scent description that Scentsy provides for this fragrance does nothing to it. It's like a spring mix of green florals or something like that. Oh my God. It just smells like cactus and white tea and like the best body care. It smells like my great-grandmother. This reminds me of my great-grandmother a lot. So that's why I enjoy it. I warmed a whole bar of almond croissant. I only have one bar left in my stash. I do have it clubbed in one of my mom's clubs, but she hasn't had it processed in over a year, so it's going to be a little bit before I can stock up on this one again. Oh my gosh, it's just so good. It's almond, and it's not a heavy almond extract. It's not like cherry leaning or anything like that. And you get the buttery croissant with a little bit of cinnamon and sugar. It's just decadent. It's gourmand bakery at its finest. So mad that they got rid of that out of the catalog. So mad. But again, that's one that I'm not really worried about because the minute that it's up for voting, I know it's going to get voted back. So it's ones like that I don't like worry too much about. It's like other ones that maybe only a few people have heard of that are the ones that I'm like, okay, we got to vote those ones back. Rum Raisin Cookie. I revisited this one because it's one of those few bakeries that are in my club that I really do enjoy, but do I reach for it often? And I rewarmed this, and yeah, it's club worthy. This is just an oatmeal raisin cookie dipped in rum. That's exactly what it is. It's super strong. It's like that quintessential Scentsy bakery profile that they had, and I can't get enough of this thing. This is really good. I like warming this like in the winter, colder months, and I'm pretty sure I've got like 2 left. I think I've got 2, but it is in my club. But I was gonna have my clubs processed in April, but I didn't because Melting Memories is going to be having her Easter spring pre-order sometime in April. So that's coming up shortly. And then Lavender and Speckles is going to have a pre-order, and I think majorly there's going to be like a whole bunch of spring blends. And I don't have many spring blends from her, so I opted to push all of my clubs out till June instead of getting them in April. And then I'll be able to place 2 small vendor hauls with Melting Memories and Lavender and Speckles, because I've skipped out on Lavender and Speckles all year so far. I didn't go in January, didn't go in February, didn't go in March. Even though I created the English Countryside sampler with Beth for her Pride and Prejudice collection, I didn't go in on the order just because of budget reasons and stuff like that. But I do want to do a small order. So that's my decision there. I'm just going to place 2 small vendor orders in April, move my clubs out till June, and then with the commission that I make for March, April, and May, I'm hoping I have enough to cover at least to bring back my bar early access kit and like one of those clubs. Who knows? But that's my plan so far. All right, this bar is actually going away at the end of the month as well, and that is Cinderella Happily Ever After. I enjoy this fragrance. It is a very pretty floral. It's got gardenia. It has like frosted lemon. Oh my gosh. It's got forget-me-nots in it. It's a really pretty floral. It's a pretty, milder, not like super intense floral, but it's got longevity. It's got long lasting power. I usually can get anywhere from like 4+ days with Happily Ever After. I'm not going to club it this time around because Cinderella is such a popular princess, and this bar, it does so well for Scentsy, for selling and things like that. I don't think they would come up with a new Cinderella scent. They've done that with other bars. Like, I know Belle's had 2 scents so far since she's had Enchanted Rose, and I think she's had The Last Petal. And Ariel's had 2 scents since they debuted the Little Mermaid collection. So I don't think Cinderella would get like reintroduced with a new bar. I think they'll just keep adding products to the line itself. So I'm not worried about clubbing it this time around. And I found a new Floral Love that I want in my club. So I'd rather have that in my club than paying $1 more to have Cinderella. But this was very nice. I did it in bathrooms, lasted days and days. So I do enjoy Cinderella. Pixie. I finished this up. Did it in some bedrooms. I enjoy Pixie. Pixie reminds me of Scentsy when I first joined, when I was first warming bars. I do like the pink pepper in here. It is a very body care type of fragrance, but it's not one that like I crave or that I need to have in my stash or my club. If it's available, I don't mind purchasing a bar if I had to round out a 6-pack, but it's not something that I need to like have more of. But when it's available, I do like to buy one because it just reminds me of old school Scentsy. All right, I won't do the testers just yet. I think the rest down here are the mixes I did. Oh, I had another pod pack. So here's the Dark Harbor packaging. Oh, there's a cap. And then we also, oh, that's right. Before I put the Dark Harbor pods in, he had Bright Cider Life. These didn't go at all. They were dead. Like, after I had filmed my last empties video, I didn't change out the Bright Cider Life pods, so I immediately had changed them out. So, what are you doing, cat? All right, yeah, the rest of these are the mixes, so we'll do the testers since those were one-offs. All right, so I did get through quite a little bit of testers. We did 2 testers of Peace Lily Be With You. Did this in the bathroom. This is a very pretty scent. After it sits for a while, you definitely pick up on more of the lily note and the apple. And it wasn't the lily that was in the Lily of the Valley scent. Not that, it wasn't like heavy floral and really intense. It was very nice. Blended really well with the other fragrance notes that were in the bar. Sad to see this not in the catalog, but it was enjoyable, and I finished up all the testers I have, so I'm officially done with it, with that one at least. This one I am sad. I am sad I kicked this out of my club. Time does do this one justice, and Liz Quinn, I am sad with you now in regards to Mountain Sunset. I only had 2 testers left. This was freaking beautiful. Coconut. What does it have? Bluebells. It has honey. I think it has honeysuckle. It was just so lovely in the bathrooms. Like, it was so freaking pretty. And I was a dummy and kicked it out of my club because I'm like, oh, you don't need it. Yeah. That's going to be my new game plan from here on out, is before, like, when we find out what's coming in the next catalog, right? Like that month before I start removing crap from my club, I'm going to pull the testers that I have of those fragrances and then warm them. And then say, okay, do you still like them? It's been a year, you know. has the fragrance change, because I'm just finding lately that I kick things out of my club prematurely. This one was strawberry lemon cake. I only had one tester. It's a nice summer bakery. Was it my favorite? No, but I did enjoy it. I did pick up a lot more strawberry and white cake notes this time around than I did in the lemon. Usually in the past I've gotten a lot of lemon with it, but that tester had a lot more strawberry and white cake. Okay. Now this was a mix I did, because these, I only had like one of each. Actually, I had two of one and one of two others, but they all went together. And I'm like, you know what? That might actually be a good mix. So in the living room one day, I did 2 testers of Perfect Peppermint, 1 tester of Hug in a Mug, and 1 tester of Mocha Doodle, as I throw that at you. This was like a hot cup of cocoa with peppermint sticks and whipped cream. It was a phenomenal mix. So it didn't last long. It was like half a day, but that was fine for me, because it was just a day that I was working from home. I just threw it in all the living room warmers here and just enjoyed it. Now, I didn't do a direct mix, you guys. I did 1 warmer with the 2 Perfect Peppermint, 1 warmer with the Mocha Doodle, and 1 warmer with the Hug in a Mug. So I didn't do a direct mix. I basically did alternating. But if you have any of these, try it. I'm telling you. Fresh hot cup of cocoa with whipped cream and candy canes. Amazing. Now this scent suggestion is one that Chris from Wax Books and Whimsy, I think that's what her channel name is now. She used to be Dazzling Scents with Chris. She has talked about this mix on her channel quite a few times, and I always say, I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna try it, and then I forget all about it. And that's Black Raspberry Vanilla and Around the Campfire. This was nice. If this is a mix that I will continue to do if I get stuck with any more Black Raspberry Vanilla testers or bars, because it was really nice. It was just basically like a dark raspberry, smoky vanilla type of scent. It was really nice. The Around the Campfire was more dominant than the Black Raspberry Vanilla. I did do this in a direct mix, same warmer in a bedroom, but that was enjoyable. So yes, it is a good mix. Thanks for suggesting it, Chris, because I did enjoy it. Will I seek out Black Raspberry Vanilla bars to continue to do it? No, but if I get stuck with more testers, then I know what to do with them. All right. Ashley. We did our mix. I didn't have any berry sweet. I did order some berry sweet, but I didn't have any, but I wanted to do it because I have this really old bar of blueberry cheesecake that I got off that D-stash. So I decided to do this mix with Jam and Jubilee instead of sweet, berry sweet. So we've got Jam and Jubilee. I did 2 cubes with blueberry cheesecake, 2 cubes with 3 cubes of vanilla bean buttercream. So I did that throughout my downstairs. So kitchen, hallway, and living room. This one, it works, but it doesn't work as well as the berry sweet. So the Jam and Jubilee kind of took over the blueberry cheesecake. Like, I couldn't smell the distinct blueberry that's in blueberry cheesecake. I was mostly getting the blackberry and the strawberry that's in Jam and Jubilee, but then I was getting like the sweet decadent notes from the vanilla bean buttercream. So in a pinch, this mix works, but the berry sweet combination does way better. And that combination, I believe, is a direct mix of 2 cubes vanilla bean buttercream, 1 blueberry cheesecake, 1 berry sweet, if my memory corrects me. If not, let me know in the comments. But that's what I did there. All right, this mix, I had not warmed buckleberry, like, I don't know, in 6 months. And I have a good stash of it going. So I decided to take my buckleberry and my cinnamon buttercream, and I mixed the 2 together in alternating warmers. So I did 5 and 5, so I did that throughout the entire downstairs. Buckleberry is so saturated. It is saturated berries. Like, think Smuckers. It is just so decadent. Oh my gosh. It's like bakery without any bakery, doughy, bready notes. It is just saturated, deep, dark berries, and I love it. And then the cinnamon buttercream. This one's got like mascarpone, buttercream, cinnamon. This one isn't as cheesy because for me, cinnamon buttercream, it always had like a cream cheese vibe in the beginning, but as this has been sitting, it's actually died out a little bit and like blended better with the scent profile. So this was a nice mix. It was almost like I had like cinnamon hot cereal with like jam like swirled into it. So that was a very interesting mix. I probably will do it again, but I think I want to add something else to it. So I'm going to play around with it a little bit. Now this mix here is one I had thought of immediately once we got the 10 new fragrances in for spring and summer. So sweet lime and peach. I did finish off the clam. So this one has mint, it has lime, and it has peach. And it is a very nice fruity lime, peachy with some herbal like mint and dirt. Like I smelled dirt in here. So because I was picking up a dirt note, I'm like, okay, I wonder how this will mix with citrus rosemary. So I had a partial bar of this. So I did that. So I did 2 of sweet lime and peach and 2 of citrus rosemary in my kitchen. This was a beautiful combination. Beautiful. The dirt and citrus rosemary brought out the dirt, the minty dirt in the sweet lime and peach. And then the citrus in here helped with the citrus that's in, it just complemented each other extremely well. So I would highly recommend this mix again if you love that earthy tone to the sweet lime and peach and want to up the ante just a tad. So that was a nice combination. And then the rest of the bar that I had of sweet lime and peach, I did 2 cubes, the last 2 cubes of it with the last, I think I had 3 or 4. No, I had 4 of Posy Peach, which was from the last Bring Back My bar. The peach note in here is very similar to the peach note in the sweet lime and peach. So I'm like, and that was one of the things with the sweet lime and peach is I wish that the peach note was a little bit stronger. So I'm like, oh, I've got this Posy Peach bar and it also has violet leaf, which is like a greenery note. I'm like, I wonder if this mixed directly with this will up the peach notes. It did. It did. Now, it wasn't like, oh my God, like super strong peach, but it upped the ante enough where I could smell the peach over the lime and the mintiness of the sweet lime. So, again, another one that I would highly recommend if you had leftover bars of these two and didn't know what to do with them and wanted to spread it out through a large space. So, that was good. Now, I don't know if the 3 would work, probably. If anybody wants to test it, let me know. I don't have any more citrus rosemary. I don't have any more Posy Peach. And I did just rebuy a lemon, a sweet lemon peach bar. So I have one of these. But I'll be on the lookout for citrus rosemary because this one, I'm actually liking it the more that I warmed it, I'm liking it more. So I'm on the hunt for that one. This mix I do all the time. Sunburst Bamboo with Hey Tiger Lily. I did this one because it was the first day of spring. It was March 20th and it was my dad's birthday. So I wanted to ring in the day, the season with a happy scent. So I do this as a direct mix. Sunburst Bamboo was a scent of the month for February of 22. And it's got cucumbers, peonies, and bamboo. I love it, but you have to be careful with Sunburst Bamboo because if you let it cure too long, it does turn into pickles. This one, fortunately, had not turned into pickles yet. So, and then Hey Tiger Lily, this one was my juiciest, oldest bar, as you can see. This is mandarin and white florals with the lilies and the jasmine. I love this thing so, so much. Just making sure I don't have oil on my shirt. I don't have this in my club, and I don't have this. I had both in my club at one point. Kicked this one out first. Then I kicked this one out. regretting my decision, but what are you gonna do? This was another mix that wowed me. I had or found a partial bar of A is for Apple, which this is just pure green delicious apple. Nothing more, nothing less. And I had another partial of custard apple, which there's no apple in here. It's like tropical. It's like kiwi and I forget what else, other tropical fruits. But the two together, mind-blowing. Like, it was so appley and fruity and just like a tropical summer. It smelled like a drink. It was really nice and it lasted all day. All right, this mix. Okay, so Letitia had mentioned this, and when she had mentioned this mix, I'm like, I have to try it. So she did, and I think she had one scent going in one room and another scent going in another room, and then it was just like commingling and just giving like a great vibe. I did alternating warmers throughout the same room. So we did Barefoot Beach, which is in our spring and summer catalog. All right, so anyway, so we did Barefoot Beach from the spring and summer catalog. This is a new release. This is one of my favorites. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how much I'm liking this one. It's got like macadamia, it has almond, it's got driftwood. It is like body care, like to the max. Like so much coconut. Oh my god, what did I say in my warm reviews that it reminded me of Denise Austin, like all those beach body workout videos? Oh my gosh, so good. And I did Vanilla Waves mixed with that. This elevated that beach bodiness with like a bakery undertone with the vanilla, the sea salt and caramel and all that jazz that's in here. This was a awesome mix. So thank you, Letitia, for suggesting that, because this was thoroughly enjoyable. And it lasted all day. So I had Vanilla Waves. I only did half the bar. So I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? Am I just gonna throw it in my stash? Well, I had a partial bar of this thing, and I'm like, well, this is either just gonna sit in my collection for the end of time, or I can mix it with the vanilla and get rid of it. So that's what I chose to do. So with the rest of my Vanilla Waves bar, I mixed it with Simply Patchouli. Now, this was really, really nice. Not like I'm head over heels with it, but it was enjoyable. I should have played around with the ratios, because I think if I had taken a full bar of Vanilla Waves and mixed it with what I had left of the Simply Patchouli, which I think was 4 cubes, it would have been a better combination ratio, because the Simply Patchouli was too much for what too little I had left of Vanilla Waves. So I wanted more vanilla and that patchouli to be like a back end note. And unfortunately, this was the front end, and then the sea salt and vanilla and all of that stuff was in the background. So if you were to do this mix, if you have these bars, do more Vanilla Waves to Simply Patchouli. Like every 2 cubes of Vanilla Waves, do a cube of Simply Patchouli. And I think that will be a better profile than what I did. So just saying that. And then the last one, because we're empty, this was suggested on Martha's Fragrance Corner's Facebook group. Her name was Julie. I don't remember what her last name was, and I won't say it on YouTube or anything like that, but you know who I'm talking about if you are watching this video. She had suggested this mix like in Martha's group, and I actually had both bars, and I was wondering what to do left with my Petals and Peaches. So she did a, oh God, did she do a direct or did she do alternating? She did direct. I did alternating, I think. I know I did alternating, but I think she did direct mix. So we did Petals and Peaches with Ruby Nectarine. So this was a good mix. Unfortunately, what ended up happening was that the Ruby Nectarine kind of took over the Petals and Peaches. Now, Ruby Nectarine has nectarine, and nectarine is like a fruit cousin to peach, right? So those two notes complemented each other well. But the other heavy fruity notes that are in here kind of took over the rest of this bar. And all I got for like the first 10 hours was just like ruby nectarine and like a little bit of body care. And then as it died down, all the fruit kind of went away, and I was left with just like this sweet amber note towards the end of it. So it wasn't bad, but I don't think I would personally do it again, only because ruby nectarine kind of took over. And I mean, there's no question why it didn't. It's a strong ass fruity bar, and I love it, and it's in my club. And I have like a hoard of it at this point. Petals and Peaches. Oh my gosh, I love the amber that's in here. But if I had to choose like Italian Sunshine over Peaches and Petals and Peaches, I'd choose Italian Sunshine. So, but that was a good mix, so thank you for suggesting that, Julie. I enjoyed it. All right, that's it. That is my Scentsy What I've Been Warming. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section what you guys have been working on. If there's any other scent suggestions that you want me to try for next week, let me know in the comments, and I will try to do it if I have the bars. And as always, thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I appreciate all the support, and I'll talk to you next time.